So in the process, again, some of the things that you guys do, obviously,
Hmm.
like we said, we talked about mock interviewing, and with the recession,
Right.
knowing how to interview is something that is important for everybody. You could have been working a job for 25 years,
Yes, ma'am.
find yourself unemployed and needing to go out into the world and interview. And that's something new and different. You haven't done anything to your resume in
Right.
forever. And it can be intimidating. So, is there anything you'd like to talk to our viewers about? Just a couple of quick points on interviewing etiquette.
Okay. Well, the first and foremost is that you have to understand that perception is reality in
Okay.
many cases. And else, like the old adage goes, that you never get a second chance to make a first impression,
True
and
story.
you have to be very mindful of that. You have to understand that your attire, your dialogue, that you're basically on camera. The way that we instruct our interviewing classes, that it's almost like sales. You're always on, and you have to always be prepared. One of the major things that we share is what we'll call more or less the equation for life, which is that preparation plus opportunity equals success.
Okay.
Now, we don't determine when that opportunity is going to come, but the preparation is that one variable that you have complete control over. So you have to always be prepared. In this economy, sometimes you have to be a little bit more aggressive in going after your interview as well, meaning that you have to be willing to do certain things. You have to be very tenacious. You have to always be listening for leads. You have to utilize every resource that's available. And when it comes to the actual interview process, like I said, you have to really come in with your game face on, especially if you are someone that has maybe multiple barriers to employment. A lot of times you're kind of fighting an uphill battle. It's definitely possible, but it means that you're going to have to be that much more diligent in terms of your resume. It's going to need to be very on point and accurate. You're going to need to know your work history and be able to sell yourself effectively. And like I said, you're going to have to be able to dress the part.
Exactly. Reality is, it seems like being a part of the family enrichment program is a job in and of itself. And that's awesome because the job that's at hand is making the next step to further your goals, your dreams, your desires. And the first step that we offered help with is for you coming into Haymarket Center and deciding that you want to live a clean and sober life.
Yes.
And again, if you're interested in doing that, or if you know someone who needs some help, our telephone number is 312-226-7984. All right, so again, unfortunately, this is not an employment program for external people.
Hmm.
These are programs that we have at Haymarket Center for Haymarket clients. But the great thing about it is that eventually these clients go out into the world and they're your sons, your daughters, your husbands, your wives,
Yes.
your neighbors. Hey, and at this situation, maybe even your coworker.
Hmm.
All right.
You're
Anything
absolutely
else
correct.
that you'd like to enlighten us about the Family Enrichment Program? Would you like to thank any of your colleagues
You
for the
know,
work that they do?
Really, I would. And just very briefly, I have to give major kudos, not only to Haymarket Center, but then specifically Family Enrichment. I have been blessed to work around some very passionate individuals. And as you know, when you're working in this type of environment, very seldomly is it about the money.
Exactly.
But it is probably one of the most fulfilling positions that I've ever had in my entire life. And the staff that I work with are completely dedicated, all the way coming from the very top to the directors to the president of Haymarket, all the way down to my program manager. I think everyone does a phenomenal job, and literally it makes going to work just a pleasure. It truly does.
It does. And actually, awesomely, this is the season finale for Haymarket's shows on CAN TV, and we do hope to see you next season. I'd like to take the time out for the agency to thank all of you all who have been a part of this season, all of our callers who have called in, all of the guests who have come into the show to talk about their programs. And we've had several guests come in from external partners, Men and Women in Prison Ministry, Chicago Department of Public Health, TASK. We've had several of our colleagues to come in and talk about the great programs that we do have at Haymarket
Yes,
Center.
ma'am.
It is a holistic process, and as Diane Mariani spoke about in one show, substance use, substance abuse is not just about the individual, it's about the family. And fortunately at Haymarket Center, we have the opportunity to deal with the entire person and their entire family. Everything from women who are pregnant and parenting coming in for services, and for like the family enrichment program, we take you from detox to going out into the world and being happy and productive citizens. And with that being said, again, if you are out there and you're looking to live a clean and sober life, it's possible. Anything and everything is possible. So please give us a call at 312-226-7984. Very quickly, we have a caller. Good afternoon, caller.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, my name is Shirley Hall,
Yes, ma'am.
and I see a young lady that's on there. I knew her when she was a little girl, and I wanted to tell her to just compliment her and tell her to keep going strong.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hall. Thank you very much. I appreciate your call in. Thank you very, very much. Okay, that was sweet. All right. And so, again, with that being said, the mission and the desires of Father Ignatius McDermott, we do our best every day at Haymarket Center to emulate, and we strive to do things that are better every day. Special thanks to all of the programs at Haymarket. I want to thank the clients, because if we're lucky on any given day, we learn just as much from the clients as they learn from us. So on behalf of Haymarket Center, our president, Mr. Raymond Sochek, all of our vice presidents and administrators, to our clients. And we'd like to say thank you very much for watching our show this season. Mr. Austin, thank you very much for being here this afternoon.
It was a pleasure.
It was a definite pleasure. To my producer, Mr. Andrew Gaddy, and to everyone in Chicagoland, have a good one. We look to see you next season. And again, 312-226-7984. Please get help somewhere. You can come to Haymarket. We'll help you out. Thank you very much, and have a good day.